Can you tell us a little bit about what to expect for this new season of Once Upon a Time?
Well, I think when we come back, you can expect
I think you can
Adam to
expect-
answer this
Yes.
creatively and brilliantly.
When last we left our heroes, they were in an alternate universe wish created realm, so they got to find their way out of that if they can. And in the process of doing that, there'll be some old friends we meet along the way from previous seasons. We've had some characters like Ariella returning. We're going to be seeing more of Aladdin and Jasmine, but really digging into what's going on with our kind of core charming family of Snow Charming, Emma, Captain Hook, Regina, Henry, and all them, and how all these crazy events around them are kind of testing this family.
What is the dynamic of the cast behind the set?
I think it's pretty much what you see at these, at Comic-Con or here, we're all we kind of wear our hearts on our sleeves, I feel like. No? Am I making that up?
No, you're not making that up.
feel
I
like
just,
you're-
I was trying to think of something funny to say, but I couldn't. So she's right.
So with all these rich franchises, how do you choose which ones to pick for your show?
Sometimes it's the story, sometimes it's the metaphor. So this year we opened, we saw the evil queen try and split herself, and so Jekyll and Hyde was the perfect story to tell for that. Years past, we always wanted to go to Neverland, and having Henry kidnapped, it felt like, what better way than to have Pan try to make him a lost boy. So you try to say, what is it you want to say, what is it thematically, and what characters fit in. And sometimes you're just like, I just really want to write for Captain Hook.
Yeah, it's along those lines. It's like with this year we have Aladdin and Jasmine on the show, and it's like
I didn't realize
Aladdin's a character.
hour. I just didn't realize that
So it's like, how can we find a way for Aladdin to relate to Emma, for example? So we have created our own mythologies in the show about saviors and destinies, and they're intertwined. So it's all about kind of finding ways to pull in these characters and give them their own lives and backstories.
How does it feel what are the challenges, I guess, of playing characters removed from previous inspiration?
I think mostly there's sort of the advantage of some freedom. I'm not tied to a pre-existing idea of what the child of Snow White and Prince Charming is, So there's been an incredible liberty that's been able to be taken both with Eddie and Adam and their ideas, and then what I do with their ideas, and so ultimately I think it's been like a fun freedom to be able to do that, and I think Emma on this show she represents the audience a lot, and so I try to kind of keep my finger on the pulse of if this was all brand new information, how crazy and weird it would be, and kind of always being in a state of discovery in a sense. So it's just been fun for the most part.
For me, I mean, obviously Hook was sort of a well-known character, and when I came on, I definitely didn't want it to be like Dustin Hoffman's Hook, because, I mean, you're never going to do it any better than that. And so I wanted him to be a completely different version, and I was trying to figure out, there's a reason why people were drawn to Hook the way he was written, and I was trying to figure out what that was and where that charisma and stuff came from. And I mean, in a sense, for me, is similar to what Jen said, because he's almost like a completely new character, you know what I mean? So I got to play and get to sort of do whatever I want within the realms of who he is,
Colin, however, can no longer act with two hands.
I can't act with two hands. I can't. So
He's a one-handed actor now.
but I am good at that.